Back in 2011, I was only 13 years old. It's crazy to think of a time that I was in middle school and life was just a whole lot simpler. 2011 was also the year Nintendo announced the Wii U. No one really knew what this thing was at first. Some people thought it was just a tablet add-on for the Wii. And probably due to poor advertising on Nintendo's part, there probably are still people who don't know it was its own console. I know that's hard to believe for anyone who's bothering to watch this video, but for those who are only casually into gaming, that was a reality for a lot of them. The terrible name choice probably didn't help much either. They would have been better off just calling it the Wii 2. But the point of this video isn't to just crap all over the Wii U. Quite the opposite, actually. I have such a huge soft spot for the Wii U, and yeah, part of that might have had to do with the time it came out. But there was some actual gems on this console, and proof of that is the fact that a lot of them are getting ported to the Switch. But without further ado, here's a video looking back on the Wii U. Hey, that rhymed. It's 2011. The original Wii had been out for 5 years and was one of the most successful consoles of all time. Rumors of a more powerful Nintendo console were on the rise, codenamed Project Cafe. Articles speculating what this new console was were coming out, many correctly guessing that this was a sequel to the Wii. People, Nintendo fans especially, were excited. Then, E3 comes around. The gaming world's stepdad, Reggie Fils-Aimé, makes it out onto stage and reveals Nintendo's next video game console, the Wii U. The first thing that was shown was the infamous Wii U tablet, and oh god, I forgot, but the original design was meant to have 3DS-like thumb pads rather than actual sticks. Thank god Nintendo changed that, because as we all know, when Smash 4 came out, those things were not Smash friendly. After presenting this tablet, Nintendo showed what it could do by having this awkward scene play out.
Hey, it's time to watch some baseball.
Okay.
And a runner on second. Hernandez is on the mound, and here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 98-mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah, because that's how humans talk. Also, what kind of shitty person just walks in and declares the TV as theirs?
Give me the TV, you fucking peasant.
So, as this guy's roommate changes the channel to watch some baseball, he is luckily able to switch over to the tablet that he left on the table, and not charging. If you owned a Wii U, you would know that that baby did not have good battery life. Anyways, he begins to play New Super Mario Bros., a game we've already played before. They then show someone drawing, which is pretty neat. They showed Wii Sports, a game we have also played before. Wii Fit, again, a game we've played before. They showed a demo of someone using the Wii Zapper and sniping at an apartment building. Mr. Fils-Aimé, get down! Then they showed video calling, internet browsing, a new Zelda game. Wait, holy shit, it's Zelda. Too bad it was only a tech demo, which is fine. We got Breath of the Wild anyways, so the loss isn't that tragic. Although I would still love to see a dark and grittier looking Zelda like this one day. I know we have Twilight Princess, but that game's graphics haven't really aged well. Then, the trailer ends with a release date of 2012. So, I don't really think this trailer did the Wii U any justice. A large amount of what was shown here, aside from New Super Mario Bros., never came to fruition. Also, there was almost no game shown besides one that Nintendo never intended on giving us. I remember my young impressionable mind being really excited back then though. But looking back on it, the reveal was pretty meh. It also kind of served as a premonition of what was to become of the Wii U, which was a lack of games. Third-party ones at least, but we'll talk about that in a bit. The morning the Wii U launched felt like Christmas to me. I wasn't able to go to the midnight release due to there not being one at my GameStop, so my father and I made it to GameStop as early as we could. I remember thinking that there was going to be this huge line, so we got there early and nope, no line at all. We were the first ones there. But hey, that meant I got my Wii U faster, so who cares? The two games I got with the system were New Super Mario Bros. U and Assassin's Creed 3. Also, I got Nintendo Land for free since I got the 32GB model. There were some decent games to choose from, however, many of them such as Arkham City, Darksiders, Black Ops 2, all came out on the 360 and PS3 already. It's not an awful launch, but nothing that stellar. The only standout first-party titles were Zombie U and Super Mario Bros. U. When I made it home, I unboxed the Wii U, shaking in excitement. My arms heavy, knees weak, palms sweaty, my body ready. I plugged the console in and... oh sweet, an update. So this update took a very long time for a lot of people. I believe it took over an hour at least for me. This was because the update was for the Wii U's entire online infrastructure. For some people it took longer though, since not everyone had fast internet speeds. Many people during this update unplugged their system thinking the update wasn't working, or lost their power at a very unfortunate time. This led to people's consoles actually being bricked. With barely any worthwhile launch titles, a long ass update, and consoles bricking, the Wii U wasn't looking like a great buy. To be fair though, most consoles aren't at launch. The PS4 is making its way onto being the best selling system of all time, and even that had a shitty launch. Sure, the Wii didn't have a stellar launch, but it's still a day I'm gonna look back on very fondly. Despite being one of Nintendo's worst selling consoles, I think that ironically made it have some great games. See, the PS4 and Xbox One both came out a year later and were incrementally more powerful than the Wii U. That was a similar issue with the Wii compared to the PS3 and Xbox 360, however, the Wii had something that those two consoles didn't have at the time: motion controls. It didn't need to be more powerful because it provided an experience you just couldn't get anywhere else. Although the Wii U had the tablet, it pretty much had to stay in the same room as the console or it would lose connection. There were some great multi-screen experiences that came from the console, such as Nintendo Land, which I played for hours with my family. However, utilization of the multi-screen experience was very limited and most games just defaulted to using a tablet as a mini-map or item menu, which was cool, but it wasn't console selling. So, all Nintendo really had was to make great games, and they did. Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros., Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Mario Maker, Wonderful 101, and many more games. Not to mention the Virtual Console support was really good on this thing. This console was not a bad buy. Unfortunately, first-party games were all it had. With the console not selling well and it being underpowered compared to the PS4 and Xbox One, there was just no incentive for third parties to make games for the system. This pretty much just made the console only for Nintendo fans, which wasn't enough to make it sell well. So the legacy of the Wii U is essentially that it's one of Nintendo's biggest failures. Which is a shame, because for what the console did have to offer, it did really well. I'll never forget the hours I played of New Super Mario Bros., Mario Kart, Smash Bros., and Nintendo Land. My family and friends got a big kick out of this console, and while it might not be the best Nintendo console, it still holds a special place in my heart. Also, we kinda have the Wii U to thank for the Switch's success. Everything they did wrong with the Wii U, they've done right with the Switch, such as getting third-party support and better advertising and branding. Also, we probably have the Wii U tablet to thank for the idea of the Switch in the first place. I know we all thought at one point, man, I wish I could play this thing anywhere. So, thank you Wii U. History might forget you, but I surely won't.